Thank you very much, everyone. I first want to say Happy New Year. If you know, Happy New Year, how to say in Happy New Year in different language, you could say or type it in a chat box. That would be great. I am Korean, and in Korean, it says 새해 복 많이 받으세요. And Cindy, how do you say in Chinese?
新年快乐.
Sounds good. And Kim?
新年好. That's Cantonese.
Oh, Cantonese and Mandarin is different.
Yeah, it's one of the Chinese, but yeah.
Wonderful. And how about Kim? How do you say in Vietnamese?
Tết chúc mừng năm mới.
Great. That's a Happy New Year in Vietnamese. Thank you very much. Just for the, today's event, everybody can just mute your microphone. That would be great. And we can start. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Mi-jung Hibit, the Executive Director for the Global Chamber, Baltimore and Washington, D.C. chapter. And it is my pleasure to be an MC for the first part of today's program. Later, we prepared some, the cultural programs, and Cindy will lead the program for part 2. And then again, thank you and then welcome for joining the virtual Lunar New Year celebration. This event is co-hosted by the Global Chamber and the Asian American Chamber of Commerce. Well, this year, Lunar New Year officially starts actually from tomorrow. And as many of you know, it is one of the major holidays celebrated throughout the Asian countries from China, Korea, and Vietnam, Malaysia, and many other countries. And it is a multi-day celebration. And in case of China, if I'm not mistaken, people celebrate the Chinese New Year for 16 days, from Chinese New Year's Eve, which is today, and to the Lantern Festival. And the preparations start 7 days before Chinese New Year's Eve. So you understand that it is surely a major, major holiday in Asia. And then why do we celebrate and recognize this tradition as a business community here in the United States? Many Asian countries are the United States' major trading and investment partners. And in this global business, appreciating and cultural awareness and building cultural competence are important elements of your future success. And it'll help you build a long-term business relationship with your Asian counterparts. And Maryland and Washington, D.C. and Virginia are the areas where so many Asian American businesses serve and live and thrive. And this is why we are here today. We celebrate and we understand and we collaborate so that we make our region and community more stronger and prosperous this new year. So I do hope you learn from our invited guest speakers today, who are the top economic development leaders around this area, and enjoy cultural programs that we prepared later on. So with that, let me first introduce our friend Cindy Shao, who is the president of the co-hosting organization, Asian American Chamber of Commerce. So Cindy, will you please come forward and introduce Asian American Chamber of Commerce, how it is serving the Asian American business community around this region.
Thank you so much, Mi-jung. Hello, everyone. Happy Lunar New Year. It's my honor to welcoming you to Lunar New Year celebration, co-hosted by the Asian American Chamber and the Global Chamber. It's so wonderful to celebrate the Lunar New Year together. And we appreciate your time being with us today. So my name is Cindy Shao. I'm the president of the Asian American Chamber of Commerce. Today, we are so glad to say goodbye, Year of Rat, and welcome Year of Ox. So last year, 2020, tested our resilience in numerous ways. Like so many of our members, the Asian American Chamber pivoted our business model over the past year, and we have creatively adapted our business model to better serve the needs of our members and the business in this area. And our team has produced over 50 virtual events that have been attended by over 3,000 of members and friends and viewed by tens of thousands of people through our YouTube channel, social media, and partners network. This year, we will have a great lineup of events and programs ahead, supporting our members and businesses in this region. So if you are aware, we just published a nice blog article written by our Director of Marketing, Deborah, on the website. So there are lots of nice content. I will just take a few words from the article. 2021 is specifically seen as the year of the metal ox that is expected to bring career advancement, business success, prosperity, and wellness for all zodiac signs. The ox denotes hard work, positivity, and honesty that will dominate the next 12 months in the business sector. The good news is that the year of ox is predicted to bring a positive future compared to the previous year's challenges in the marketplace. The ox is a hardworking animal that's reliable and steady in nature. So despite the turbulent year of 2020, businesses are encouraged to keep calm, steady at the helm, and carry on the best they can in 2021, while holding off or pursuing with caution any major moves if they are able. The takeaway is that the year of the ox is a welcome sign that ushers in a positive and steady direction as we proceed towards 2022, the year of tiger, which is seen as a year to leap forward and pounce on the new. Okay, very nice words. Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you.
So we truly wish everyone a very happy Lunar New Year and a new year with business success. Next, I would like to introduce our dear board chair, Mrs. Stephanie Shea. Stephanie has more than 20 years of experience in the banking industry. She's a trusted advisor, always adding value to her clients. She has been involved with AACC since 2015 and served various roles, including program chair, co-chair of GovCon committee, co-chair of Jewels of Asia Chamber Awards Gala, treasurer. Now she's serving as our Madam Board Chair. And many AACC members consult with her for their banking needs. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for your dedication and strong leadership. Next, let's welcome Stephanie for some greeting remarks.
Thanks for Cindy's introduction. Lunar New Year is the spring festival for families and friends reunion for Asians. Warm welcome and sincere gratitude to all of you for joining today's virtual reunion. We will have lots of fun together. 恭喜发财，新年快乐. Wishing you to be prosperous in the coming year and healthy as a cow. Cindy, back to you.
Okay, Mi-Jiang will help to
Great.
introduce our wonderful speaker. We truly appreciate Larry.
Yes,
Debbie.
wonderful. Yes, thank you, Cindy and Stephanie, for the great introduction of AACC. And now I'd like to have Larry Brill, the Deputy Director of the Global Chamber BWI, to introduce what the Global Chamber's mission is and how the Chamber is helping its member grow globally. So let me bring some presentation material for Larry. Just hold on a second.
All right, ready to go? I want to wish everybody a happy new year. We're based in Columbia, Maryland, which many of you know. This year is the year of the ox. And as people have already indicated, the ox is a strong animal. We want you to use this strength in your business to help you grow internationally. I'm Larry Burrell. I'm Deputy Director of the BWI chapter of the Global Chamber. We call chapters metros in Global Chamber language. So when I use the word metro, I'm talking about chapters. We're one of 525 metros globally. Our mission is to accelerate cross-border trade and investment by providing warm introductions to top business executives in the US and around the world that may provide new opportunities for our members. An example is during the pandemic, our chapter has sponsored or co-sponsored virtual meetups with other metros in London, Tel Aviv, New York City, and upcoming programs in Brazil and Mumbai. Virtual meetings help our members with warm introductions and provide real opportunities to do business with each other. We can provide you with connections with over 40 million executives worldwide. We also sponsor Globinars, providing you and your team with exclusive information and training on global markets, sales, investment opportunities that can grow your bottom line. That's what everybody wants to do. Remember, you can't do global business from behind a desk. You have to go out and seek new business, and we can help you do that. This is the year you should really begin to develop your global business, because right now everybody has a little downtime, having been committed to their home offices and so forth, and travel is limited. But you can use this opportunity to plan for increasing your global sales. And the Global Chamber is the perfect place to do it. Thank you for your time.
Great. Thank you very much, Larry. Stop sharing. Great. Thank you, Larry, for the wonderful introduction of the Global Chamber. So both the Global Chamber and Asian American Chamber of Commerce are here and committed to help businesses around this area to grow with the networking and resources and education. So reach out to us during this event or even after event, and we'll share our contact information in the chat box. So now it's time for us to hear from our invited speakers. Our first speaker is Kelly Schultz, the Maryland Secretary of Commerce. She has been leading the state top economic development agency since 2019. And before that, she served as the Secretary of the Maryland Department of Labor. And also she was a former member of the Maryland House of Delegates. Well, besides years of experience in the government, she also has a wealth of knowledge and experience in the private sector and as a small business owner. So today, Secretary Schultz will join in our celebration through her recorded message. So here it is.
Hello, I'm Maryland Commerce Secretary Kelly Schultz, and I'd like to wish everyone a very happy Lunar New Year. I think we all deserve a fresh start and some good news in the coming months. Despite the turbulence of the past year, Maryland remains in a strong position for continued economic recovery and growth. So far, we've weathered the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic pretty well. Our unemployment rate ended the year at 6.3%, below the national average and down from a high of 10.1% in April. Through the end of 2020, we regained 250,700 jobs, or 65% of the nearly 390,000 jobs that were lost this past March and April. That recovery is the best in the Mid-Atlantic region. Several sectors of our economy even expanded in 2020. Our construction industry, they added over 7,000 jobs. Our professional, scientific, and technical services grew by almost 3,000 jobs. And finance and insurance industries added almost 2,000 jobs. From the very start of this pandemic, Governor Hogan and the Maryland Department of Commerce team have been committed to supporting Maryland business community and keeping our economy strong until we could beat COVID-19 once and for all. We provided hundreds of millions of dollars to support small businesses, nonprofit organizations, manufacturers producing PPE, artists and arts organizations, as well as tourism organizations. Meanwhile, the Commerce team continues to provide our usual array of resources and assistance for small businesses. This includes financing programs to provide funding to economically disadvantaged small businesses, minority and women-owned businesses, and veteran and military personnel-owned businesses. We offer funding to artists and arts organizations through the Maryland State Arts Council. Our Export Maryland program provides funding to help small businesses reach international markets. Commerce also provides guidance and expertise and helps connect businesses with a wide variety of resources. The team in our Office of Strategic Industries and Entrepreneurship works to support, attract, and expand emerging industries, including aerospace, cybersecurity, life sciences, and of course, many others. And these experts are also great resources for small businesses as they continue to grow. We also have 16 foreign offices that offer free assistance, including 5 offices in Asia. We are continuing to provide emergency economic relief for Marylanders and working with our partners in the Maryland General Assembly to increase that support in the coming months. Last week, I was part of a team testifying in Annapolis in support of Senate Bill 496, the $1 billion Relief Act proposed by the governor. This critical piece of legislation includes direct stimulus payments to low to moderate income Marylanders and an assortment of tax relief provisions for small businesses. Our emergency business relief efforts are important, but they're not the permanent fix we need. That will only come when the virus is finally behind us. For that, we need vaccines. Governor Hogan announced plans last week for 6 mass vaccination sites across Maryland, as well as an expansion of the state's partnership with pharmacy chains to provide vaccines. I mention this because vaccination is key to permanent, long-term economic recovery. As long as people are wary of going out, or of going shopping, or of doing business the way that we used to, our businesses will still be hurting. Our business relief efforts, such as grants and tax relief, are important, but they're not the permanent fix we need. That will only come when the virus is behind us once and for all. And with that, I would like to once again wish you the happiest of Lunar New Year's. I think we all deserve a little bit of happy right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Secretary Schultz. I hope that everybody, grasped the message, her message, and I think just the hearing from, our top regional leader about positive trajectory of a recovery and growth this new year is a very awesome good news. And as she said at the end, after a year of very difficult times, I think we all need some happiness in this new year. But I think it may not come just automatically, but we have to work hard really toward achieving it. And I know here Jessica Reynolds might be here from MD Commerce, and I thank her for really coordinating for us with the Secretary's office for her remarks. Thanks, Jessica. And now we have another amazing regional leader, Larry Twell, the CEO of Howard County Economic Development Authority in Maryland. Larry, people know Larry Brill, and I are located in Howard County, and I can tell you how proud we are really being part of this vibrant and inclusive business community there. And as we know, Howard County Economic Development Authority under Larry's leadership is always all out there, to help businesses in all sizes start and grow in Howard County. Larry has a wealth of experience and knowledge in economic development area. Before joining Howard County Economic Development Authority, he was the director of the Carroll County Department of Economic Development and spent several years with also the Maryland Department of Business and Economic Development. He has equally impressive experience in private sector, including being on the management team of a Fortune Global 500 manufacturing firm. So without further ado, I'd like to have Larry come forward and tell us about the Howard County's economic development vision for the new year. Larry?
Thank you, Mijan. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, let me share my screen and I'll give you a quick overview of Howard County. All right, let me do this. And this. Let me start from the beginning here. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, we're ready. All right, well, thank you for letting me spend a few quick minutes telling you about Howard County. If you're not familiar with Howard County, we are located in the center of Maryland, right between the two metro areas of Baltimore City and Washington, D.C. So we are blessed by our geography because we are between those two great metro areas. We are just over 300,000 folks large. We're one of the smallest counties in Maryland, however, but home to over 10,000 businesses and 150,000 jobs. Howard County is home to Columbia, and it's often ranked one of the top places to live by Money Magazine. It was just named one of the safest cities in America. We're one of the top wealthiest counties in the country, but also one of the healthiest counties in the nation, as reported by U.S. News and World Report. So just a couple of the superlatives that we have. It really is, blessed by a highly educated workforce and a lot of, great community amenities that we'll get a glimpse of. We're one of the fastest growing counties in the state, and it's easy to see. I mean, because of all the great benefits about being in Howard County, it is very attractive for not only natural growth, but a lot of migratory growth from other surrounding areas. We're one of the highest educated counties in the country. Over 60% of our residents have a bachelor's degree, and half of those folks have an advanced degree. So we're very smart, but we are also very diverse. We're one of the most diverse counties in the state. Some of our top employment sectors, and we just show you here how we compare to some of the other employment sectors in Maryland. We're one of our strongest employment categories: professional, scientific, and technical workers, healthcare, and administrative support. And here's our diversity. Howard County in the orange, Maryland in the blue, as we compare to the state. So we have over 3 times the Asian population than the state does. We're very proud of that, as well as the ownership of our businesses is diverse as well. Home to a lot of major employers. You'll recognize some of these names, and what's great about this is it really covers, it's healthcare, it's manufacturing, it's distribution, it is, financial services, and cybersecurity. And as much as we love our major employers, over 80% of our businesses actually have fewer than 20 employees. Got some great thriving business districts. Just to give you a sense of where does all this activity happen. Downtown Columbia is in a major renovation right now, and that's at the center of the county, a lakefront, and under a $4 billion development plan by the Howard Hughes Corporation. Columbia Gateway is a 900-acre business park, home to again, cybersecurity and healthcare companies. Maple Lawn is a mixed-use plan community and home to a lot of our cybersecurity companies. Our Route 1 industrial corridor, over 1/3 of our employment is in the Route 1 industrial corridor, and home to a lot of distribution, manufacturing, and technology firms as well. But we also have our historic district of Ellicott City, where it's full of small merchants, shops, and restaurants. And we're also proud of our rural areas. Almost 2/3 of the county is rural, and we have over 300 farms, and agritourism is a big part of that. Because we're located where we are in the state and the region, we are in the middle of a labor force, cybersecurity labor force that is larger than San Francisco's, Los Angeles, and New York's combined. So cybersecurity is a very large industry for us. And we're close to a lot of the federal institutions that do a lot of research, federal research, and home to the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab, which is #1 in federal research dollars. So that is part of the attraction that drives a lot of our talent. And obviously home to a lot of the companies that engage in the cybersecurity industry. But we're home to a lot of healthcare industry companies as well, and industrial and manufacturing. So we're very diverse in the types of companies that we have across various industry sectors, but also a lot of global companies as well. In terms of what the EDA does, we do business development. We have an innovation center, and basically are a entrepreneurial nexus to fuel the ecosystem. One of our major initiatives is the Maryland Innovation Center. And this is a 60,000 square foot building where we have a business incubator, our business resource center, strategic partners, and an international soft landing center. And just a variety, we're home to a variety of small startup businesses that cover healthcare, IT, cybersecurity, environmental science, nonprofit, and other technology firms. Big part of the Innovation Center is bringing in the strategic partners that fuel not only our startups, but our resource for our existing businesses. And this is where we have our small business counseling through SBDCs. We have a training center that's powered by the Howard Community College. We have Fraunhofer Institute from Germany. And we're particularly proud of the Born to Global initiative that we just started last year. And I'll talk about that in a few minutes. Just a glimpse of what's inside of the center. It's home to a lot of small offices to support the companies, but a lot of shared common spaces for training and education. And we look forward to the day that we can get back into a room and really start to use the center. Our construction was just completed last year, right before the shutdown. So we're looking forward to the time when we can all get back into a room together and collaborate. One of the major initiatives of the Innovation Center is our Soft Landing Center, which is where we provide services and space for international companies to come in, test the market, and connect them to the resources that they need. One initiative we launched last year was an agreement with the Born to Global. It is a South Korean government agency, and it is an accelerator where they will send companies, small startup companies with interesting technologies, and we put a roof over their head, keep them warm, safe, and dry, and connect them to the right customers and strategic partners. Also in our center last year, we did a sister city exchange with Nanyang-gu. And interestingly, because of the diverse population, particularly concentrated in Ellicott City, in 2016, Governor Hoban established a Korean Way, and it's a 5-mile stretch along one of our major commercial corridors in Ellicott City. And actually being announced today in honor of February 12th, tomorrow, is the county executive is launching an Asian American work group, and I thought you would find that interesting. It is to focus, its focus is to consider and discuss policy initiatives from the county that impact the Asian American community, because we do have such a concentration of that in the county. Going to just touch on COVID very quickly, and the impact on our most exposed sectors in the county. It really has impacted our restaurants, bars, sensitive retail, and entertainment venues. And this is the concentration of those those jobs in those sectors. So it has affected, over 20,000 of our workers in the county. We have been funding and providing assistance to those businesses. We've done 2 rounds of grants. This is the data from the first round. We provided over $2 million in our first round. The second round, we're preparing the final audit on those numbers, but I can tell you we assisted over 800 businesses and $12 million of assistance. And it was in restaurants, hotels, storefront retail, and childcare, the most impacted industries that were part of the pandemic. But we're particularly proud of the minority and reach that we've been able to provide. This is the data from round 1 in terms of the ownership status. I do know that looking at the initial numbers from the round 2 funding that we just did, over 30% of the recipients were Asian American businesses that are in the county. So we're hoping that we won't have to do that much longer, and we will get back to the business of doing business post-COVID. And that is my very brief and quick overview of Howard County.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Larry. It was just so great to hear, how much the county really appreciate and consider this Asian American business community, and also you actually go further out and the developing relationship with the actually Asian the country's business for all that. So I know that the county is really well positioned for recovery and then the growth this year with a good COVID response and accessible and strong infrastructure and diverse also and highly educated workforce. So we're very excited about that and appreciate your message today. The 2 participants, most of them are really the business owners and the CEOs or executives of the businesses. So thank you very much, Larry.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And now for our third speaker, we invited Buddy Reiser, the Executive Director of Loudoun County Economic Development in Virginia. Well, Cindy, we keep the best for last, right? For Buddy, Cindy Shao, the president of AACC, will have the privilege to introduce him. So Cindy, please go ahead.
Thank you, Ms. Zhang. Yeah, it's my honor to have a chance to introduce our speaker, Buddy Reiser. Buddy serves as the Executive Director for Economic Development in Loudoun County. He leads the agency responsible for encouraging growth and developing relationships with Loudoun's business community in both the commercial and agriculture-based business sectors. During his tenure, Reiser and his team have attracted more than $25 billion in new investment and tens of thousands of new jobs. In 2007, Mr. Reiser joined Loudoun County and helped build Data Center Alley into the largest concentration of data centers in the world. He also has extensive international business development experience in China, France, Germany, Russia, Ireland, UK, Finland, Taiwan, Japan, India, Korea, and United Arab Emirates. In 2017, Reiser was named one of the top 50 economic developers in North America. He was named a Tech Titan by Washington magazine in 2017, 2018, and 2019, has been named one of the 50 most influential Virginians for 2018, 19, and 2020 by Virginia Business Magazine and was named to the Washington Business Journal's Power 100 as one of the most influential business people in Washington, D.C. in 2019. In 2020, he was named to the Virginia 500, a list of the Commonwealth's most powerful and influential leaders. He will address the international state of Loudoun County and the different program and resources Loudoun County Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I will tell you, it's obvious to me that I need a shorter intro.
Thank you, buddy.
Quite
No,
obvious.
it's the right
Well,
one.
good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. I exchanged a bunch of New Year's greetings this morning over WeChat as I spoke with friends from all over Asia. It's a very special time, and I appreciate Cindy and the Asian American Chamber of Commerce for giving me the opportunity to spend part of the holiday with you. And I appreciate the ability to speak today with the secretary and with Larry. It seems like things are going great in my original birth state of Maryland. Boy, it seems like the year of the ox is starting just in time. I know the motto of your chamber is building bridges for success, a theme that has never been more important than it is today. And it really is up to all of us to build or rebuild those bridges on every level. I've been fortunate enough to spend a lot of my time in Asia in my life, and those who know me will tell you it's one of my favorite places in the world to visit. I love the people, I love the culture, I love the traditions, and I love the approach to business. With Loudoun County, we have worked hard to build those bridges of success. 6 of our sister city relationships, of these 6 we have, 4 are in Asia. We have long-standing relationships with Gangneung and Goyang City outside of Seoul in South Korea, the Shunyi district outside of Beijing in China, and New Taipei City in Taiwan. We've been negotiating with Noida in India on another agreement, which we hope to announce soon. We use these sister city relationships to build partnerships and cultural and educational business-oriented discussions. We share best practices on our approach to government, and we try to be there for each other in our times of need. As the pandemic was impacting all of us and personal protective equipment was scarce, we received huge shipments of masks from our partners in Gangneung and New Taipei City. I can't tell you how much that meant to us and how important it was to the county's response. We also established a partnership between Dulles Airport and Beijing Capital International Airport, and it's been a great way to promote tourism in both directions. And speaking of Dulles, even during the pandemic, there are regular flights to 56 nonstop destinations, including Beijing, Seoul, Tokyo, and Delhi. We've worked directly with airlines to establish new lines of service, and we continue to do so. A few years back, we worked with Air China to bring nonstop flights between Beijing and DC that provided direct access between the capital cities and has resulted in $14 million in annual spending and 69% of an increase in visitors from China. We in Loudoun have always prided ourselves on being a welcoming and inclusive community. You may not know this, but Loudoun's fastest growing demographic is the Asian community. Asians now make up more than half of Loudoun's foreign-born population. It's been so awesome to watch our neighbors start businesses, teach us about new sports and cultures, and frankly, make us a better community. Circling back to building bridges and why I feel that is a very important goal right now, COVID-19 has had an interesting way of both bringing people together and separating people. Obviously, a worldwide pandemic is something that we all need to work together to beat. And in some ways, we've done that. 2020 presented all of us with an opportunity to rise to the problems presented by the pandemic. And once again, we saw people from all over the world come together and demonstrate the resilience and grit that has become core to our being. The response to the virus has been nothing short of inspiring. We can't begin to thank the frontline workers who responded so unselfishly. And we salute the many individuals who have come together to support our communities. And we celebrate the amazing group of businesses, and partners, and community groups who've had to pivot in response to these uncertain times. Here in Loudoun, I could not be prouder of our economic development team. As the pandemic hit our community, our department pivoted to focus on supporting the resilience of our business community. We did outreach to over 4,000 businesses, and we used that feedback to create a slate of new programs to help our companies and our workforce, which included a new Loudoun jobs portal, the expansion of the Take Loudoun Home program, and the establishment of the Loudoun Made, Loudoun Grown Marketplace, an e-commerce site provided free to Loudoun's farmers. Our Board of Supervisors invested almost $12 million in the Business Interruption Fund and the Outdoor Seating Grant programs to provide critical financial support to more than 2,000 Loudoun businesses. Our homegrown entrepreneurs responded to the pandemic with the creation of new and innovative solutions, and the businesses in our touch economy showed remarkable resilience and creativity to shift their business models. More than 735 of them took the Loudoun is Ready challenge to show their commitment to health and safety of not only their customers, but also their employees. And the results have been good. Right now, the Loudoun unemployment rate has dipped under 4%, well under the state, regional, and national averages. And our tax base continues to be strong as we head into the new budget year. Loudoun County is home to the largest concentration of data centers in the world, as Cindy said. And it's been incredibly important to have that internet infrastructure as we've navigated this new year. In the next year, data centers will contribute more than $500 million in local tax revenue. And while we're home to Dulles Airport, a great commercial economy, and soon the DC Metro, we're also proud of our amazing rural West, where we're home to the largest collection of wineries in Virginia. As we come out of this pandemic, we must take great care to build those direct connections. With so many flights canceled and most of us switching to a digital first approach like this, it is important that we no longer isolate ourselves or separate ourselves. In Loudoun, we are working diligently on opening up those lines of communications. I'm very lucky to have on our team a man that many of you know, Mr. Robert McCollar. Bob is our International Business Development Officer, and he has done an amazing job of building bridges with Asia. His entire job is about building those relationships and helping those who would like to start a business or expand their business into Loudoun County. Bob has built a program that's all about personalized service, helping international businesses on every aspect as they set up shop in a new country. We want Loudoun to be a welcoming place for new businesses and for new residents and visitors. With vaccines on the way and the numbers finally coming down, I do hope that we can come together soon in person. Until then, let's keep building these bridges between us. We'll never forget those that we lost in this year. We'll never forget the impact that the pandemic has had on so many of our neighbors, our colleagues, and our businesses. As we go forward, we will honor them through our commitment to supporting community, to growing opportunity for all of our citizens, and to incorporate inclusive and sustainable practice into all of our programs. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak today, and I look forward to working with you in the Year of the Ox. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Buddy. Thank you very much. We are right now 12:48, so we're gonna move swiftly into the part 2 program, which is cultural programs. I hope you stay on and enjoy some the cooking demonstration as well as some other cultural performance that we prepared. So for the part 2, the Cindy will lead the program as an MC. So please enjoy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mi-Jiang. And Buddy, Larry, we truly appreciate your time and sharing information about Loudoun County and the Howard County. We had chance to work with the Howard County Chamber every year in the past. And Loudoun County, we look forward to working with your economic development department in the future. And thank you. Just a happy Lunar New Year. Next, welcome to stay if you still have extra time. We want to start by just showing a very celebrated video, lion dance. So lion dance is a ceremonial blessing often performed at the grand openings, weddings, baby showers, and the special holidays, such as the Lunar New Year. The purpose of the dance is to drive away evil spirits and to bring good luck and fortune. Today, we will show our past lion dance performance video at the Pentagon Mall and the exciting lion dance performance at different Asian countries. Hope this can bring the festivity and cheer you up. so wonderful. It's definitely truly exciting. So when we celebrate Lunar New Year in the past years, we work with the different mosques in this region, in Virginia, Maryland, and we put together like a Lunar New Year celebration. So next year, we hope to be able to celebrate in person. We are so excited to be able to invite a very famous celebrity chef, Chef Luo Zizhao Luo. He's master chef of Cantonese cuisine. Chef Luo has over 30 years of professional experience in culinary arts and has served as executive chef in prestigious restaurants and luxury hotels in Tianjin, Beijing, Shanghai in China. Mr. Luo was known as one of Beijing's top 4 chefs and has been the recipient of many awards and titles, including the Celebrity Chef of Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau, China Master Chef, and the winner of the Asian Pacific International Kitchen Emperor Chef. Luo came to the United States in 2011, and he is the executive chef at the Readings in New York City. Today, we're truly honored to have his appearance, and he will actually do a demonstration of the sweet sour shrimp. So Amy will help Mr. Chef, Mr. Luo, right? Amy, let's try to.
Yes, we're ready. Hello, everyone. This is the chef.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
谢谢 thank you.
Okay, put some starch. And mix together. Put some lemon. Green onion. Put some water and boil.
안지야. 네, 나와.这里就放冰糖。你看这个。
This is the sauce. This is lemon juice.
放盐，放冰糖。
Crystal sugar. This sauce is already made because it needs to marinate for like 20 minutes. That's why he made it ahead of time. get the seeds of lemon out. 这里还有什么东西？
白醋盐。
White, the sauce has the white vinegar, salt, lemon juice.
有西红柿那个盐，冰糖，西红柿刚才熬的西红柿吗？
放点了。
我倒出来了吗？那个汁啊，
and
我就要它的汁。
he poured the soup of the tomato inside of this sauce. Thanks.
就要那个番茄汁。
这要啥的？
那个九层塔。
对对。
Amy, is there a ready-made video from Chef Luo we can share after the event with people?
I'm not sure. we can look for it. Yeah, he has many videos online. This is a basil.
So how many lemons in that soup?
Actually 2.
2, okay. Yeah, I'm hungry already. Everyone's hungry now.
The chef works in the Radiance restaurant in Manhattan, New York. What is that?
50街，East 50街，3大道208号。
The address of the restaurant is 208 West East 50th Avenue, New York. So if you happen to be in New York, you can really taste his cooking.
So if the situation allows, we'd love to invite Chef Luo.
I think the restaurant is going to open soon, but seating is limited.
So one day, if possible, we'd love to invite Chef to DC, and then we can have a private party with Chef.
Okay, that's great. Now he put the starch to thicken the soup, the sauce.
It can be any type of starch or only cornstarch.
Yeah, cornstarch.
油。
And then put a little bit of oil on it, in it.
浇水的。
And pour the sauce on top of the shrimp.
Looking so delicious. And presentation looks fabulous. Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Let me have a try. Let me try one.
You're the luckiest lady today. Let us know how it tastes.
So good. All right. Thank you.
谢谢，真感谢。Thank you, Chef.
Happy New Year. Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year. Happy Chinese New Year.
So this is chef Lo's work. You can just tell how wonderful the dish is. So we're truly looking forward to inviting him to DC region if there's chance in the future. And thanks again, Chef Lo. Now, I know we actually have no time, but if anyone still have a few minutes.
It's work hard or it's life counting numbers day and night, but never gets past 12. What is it?
Clock.
This one, yeah. Who just said that?
I think we have two people said it at the same
Clock.
time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Jessica.
That's a
and-
clock. I got the.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, this is Doug Brunke, who had the Nepal and India. And so all I ask is that we do this event next year together between your chamber and our chamber. That
Good for today. We still have other program, but I think we really passed the time, and we want to also value everyone's time. So it's been a very special celebration together with each of you. And thank you for being part of the celebration. And we look forward to working with our wonderful partner, Global Chamber.
I appreciate for, everybody, and then Cindy especially, you work hard so much, and I love this, cultural program, and a lot of them was really your initiative and idea. So really appreciate, and, all the speakers and, the fun. So we hope to have, much, the better, this new year, helping the business around this area to grow and, to prosper and then be more healthier, right, this year. So I wish everybody Happy New Year and want to say thank you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.